morning. Good morning. Great to see everybody this morning. Thank you guys for being on. Thank you for being on camera. If you can be, if you can't, that's okay. Just keep driving. Be careful. Be careful. All right. I'm going to bring you a lot today, though, so make sure we've got it recorded. Make sure you go back and listen to it if you're driving. If you're not, have something to write with because it's showtime. Everybody ready? Hey, let's kick it off with you, though. You guys start us off every single week. Tell us a win you had this week. Tell us something good. Encourage us. Tell us something you're thankful for. What do you got this morning? Let's hear from you. Come on.
I'm gonna kick it off. I'm kicking it up. I got you beat, Janet. I
was
beat you.
ready to jump in, Craig. I was all ready to jump in. Go.
So I do like little solo getaways. So I have a lot of people in my life, like all the time that I love dearly, work, family, all the things. And so every now and then it's good to just kind of get away and be alone and realize that I actually like myself too. And so I did that this weekend. I had a phenomenal time with the Lord. I just had time to just be quiet, just pray, read my Bible, just study, and just really just see God in nature. And it was just beautiful this weekend. So that was a big one for me.
Oh man, that's huge, brother. Hey, just so you know, we like you too, bro. We like you too. How many of you like Craig? Come on now. Yeah. I love that, man. Hey, getting away and getting alone, hyper important for all of us. In fact, everything you just said, Craig, goes right in alignment with everything we're talking about today. So, Janet, what do you got?
We launched our third out of 5. Moved her into Penn State this weekend. So I got 2 left at home, and I am like soaking in every minute. Honestly, but it was cool.
Janet, I just moved my last one into Penn State on Saturday too.
No way! Yeah, we need to talk.
I was going to say, y'all need. Hey, this is called collaborating. Y'all need to get
Whiteout game. Be there.
Yes, whiteout. We have tickets.
Oh man, hey, there's nothing like Penn State football game. Okay, come on now, there really isn't. Whole different ball game. So I volunteered to go. If you guys want to, have somebody else.
We need a coach. We need our coach.
See that? Come on, I'm here. Who else this morning? Tell us something good. Tell us a win you had. Something you're thankful for. What do we got?
Dusty, I'm down here in South Florida, obviously. This is Chris. We're in the process of buying our first house, which is pretty cool, which is really cool. So, been doing this for 8 years, and I have a total different level of respect for the process and the client because going through it yourself is a lot more stressful than when you're doing it for, all the other people that we've helped along the way these last couple of years. So we're anxious every day and we're nervous every day, but we're doing it, and it's not done till it's done, but we're on our way. So
come on, man. Bro, I'm so happy for you, so proud of you. Thanks, is super awesome. Yeah. And I'll agree with you. A whole nother level of respect, right? Hey, all my real estate people, every one of you should move every few years just to remember what it goes through. Okay. Actually, all of us are like, no, I ain't ever moving again. I'm not doing it. Everybody else needs to move. I'm personally not going to move ever again. Last one we had, we're done. Osby's done. This is home. So congratulations, Chris. That's awesome, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Anybody else this morning? Something you want to share? Floor is yours. Because I'm about to go. You ready?
My best friend just bought her first house. So.
Oh, awesome, Haley. Best friend just bought her new house. And Haley, can you introduce us to this beautiful baby you have there? Who is this?
Her name is Isabella.
Hi, Isabella. Hi.
Yeah. Look at that. Isabella is what? How many months?
6 months.
6 months. Isabella, you are beautiful. All right. Awesome. If you don't get excited about seeing Isabella on camera, there's something wrong with you, okay? Come on now. That's exciting. Very cool. Hey, we're going to dig in today. And actually, we're going to audible a little bit today because as I got up this morning and started to think about what all of us are going through on a daily basis, I decided to adjust the call a little bit. So whatever your call said I was going to do, I ain't doing that. We're doing something different. So here we go. And I need to tell Martina, too, because she does a recap. And that recap needs to say, what I'm about to say. So which is actually kind of funny that I'm doing this because I'm doing it completely out of order, and the entire thing we're talking about today is order. Everybody write that word down. Order. How many of you feel like you live more in disorder than you do order? Anybody? Some of y'all lying. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. You can do that on this call. We welcome everybody. All right. Here's the reason that I want to talk about it, and I want everybody to write this down. I am a firm believer that there is health and wealth in order. There is health and wealth in order and organization. And let me tell you that order only happens when you make tangible efforts to create it. Okay? All right? Like, by and large, if we just get up and let the day happen to us, what's going to happen is a whole lot of disorder. Would you agree with that? Okay? Especially all my real estate people. All right? If you let everybody else run your calendar, you are going to live in pure disorder all the time. Okay? So I want to coach you today on how do we really create order in the middle of all the disorder. All right? And understand that that's something that you and I have to tangibly make an effort to do, is to live in order. All right? Now, I want to give you a few thoughts today that I think are going to help you, especially all my perfectionists out there. Where are my perfectionists at? Where are you at? Come on, talk to me. I'm one of you. Okay. Here's the first thing I want you to write down, okay? This is going to make you feel so much better. And that is that balance is a lie. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay? Like, there is no such thing as us living in balance. Okay? In fact, we really spend every day living in a counterbalance, okay? But I think the problem with a lot of us is we're trying to create balance instead of trying to create order. There's a difference in those two, all right? Balance means like everything is on the same playing field, okay? Everything's going perfect, everything's going right, and that just does not exist, okay? How many of you feel like your day is you get up in the morning and there's all these spinning plates, all right? And you constantly are feeling like this. Anybody? Anybody? Does your day look like this? Right? Like you're walking through a cruise ship with 20 plates on each hand stacked up, and you're not going to let them fall. Anybody feel like that on a daily basis? Okay. So number one, I want you to know a balanced life is a lie. That doesn't exist. What I'm talking to you about today is not balance. I'm talking to you about order. Second thing I want you to write down is this. You are never, ever going to get it all done. You're welcome. Okay. That's not a negative statement. That's a positive statement. You're never going to get it all done. All right. But you can get the most important things done. And that's what I want to coach you to today. How do we bring order, create order, so that we are accomplishing what it is we desire to accomplish and getting the results that we desire to get in the middle of everything that's going on? All right? So I want you to think right now in your world, and I'm talking personally and in business. I want you to write down everything you can think of right now that's out of order. Go ahead. Just take a minute and write it down. Write down some things right now that you know in your life and in your business that are just out of order. It could be your finances are out of order. It could be your schedule's out of order. Okay. You may be looking at today like, I got no order today. All right. And then I want to hear from a couple of you. Just what's something that you wrote down? Okay. And don't be afraid to say it, because I guarantee you somebody else on the screen is feeling the same way that you're feeling right now. What are some things you have out of order right now? Let's hear from you.
Hey, Dusty, it's Debbie.
Oh, Debbie.
My house is out of order. And when I say my house, I literally mean my house. I mean,
Right.
I've been in the process of the last month or so we've moved my mom out of her house. If any of you have ever moved a parent out of their house, you know that half that crap comes to your house.
That's right.
Because,
Right.
you know, we moved her in with my sister. So obviously she can't just pick up everything she has and go with her. So it's like just getting rid of all of this stuff. And but we're down to this last little bit. And my house was already full because my kids came home from college, brought all their stuff, and then they moved away and didn't take their stuff.
That's the way it works, Debbie.
That's how it works. I know. I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
Right. So how many of you, by raise of hands, have some disorder at home? Just not in order. Okay.
It's
And you
enough to
can
make you
feel it,
crazy.
right?
It just makes me crazy.
Right. Yeah, you can feel it. If we think it doesn't have an impact, it has an impact. Somebody else, what do you have out of order right now, maybe in your life or your business?
I wrote down my health, my wealth, my thinking process, my house as well, and my business setup. I feel is out of order.
How many of you are with Rochelle this morning? Feeling it on all those levels. My business, my health, okay? My wealth, my finances, okay? Anybody else? I think it's safe to say that we're all playing the same game today, yes or no? Okay? Now, I want to coach you how you fix and bring in order, okay? You ready? I want you to write down the acronym ORDER so you remember it. ORDER. ORDER. And here's what I want you to know. You can have order and rhythm and not have balance. Okay? Like life is always going to have some moving parts. Business is always going to have moving parts. But there is this space where we can find order and rhythm. And here's how we do it. Here's what the O stands for. Okay, everybody write this down. It stands for own your priorities. Own your priorities. Here's what I mean by that. I guarantee you, every one of you know some specific priorities just today that if you were to accomplish those priorities, you would automatically feel better. Yes or no? You would automatically move forward. Okay, let me tell you something. We got something happening today at the Oglesby house. So we have out in our garage, we have some boxes of clothes that have needed to go to the cleaners since we moved to this house. All right? And so it is on our calendar today that is a priority. And you may be like, come on, coach, that's not a very big priority. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because we've been talking about doing it forever. Okay? And we got to go get it done. It may seem small, but when we get that accomplished, we're going to have this sense of, man, that feels good. Okay? So I want you to think about right now, and I want you to write down just some priorities that you know in your life or in your business. Like Rochelle said, her health. Let me ask you a question. Do you think your health is a priority today?
Yes.
Because your answer should be yes, everybody. If we don't have our health, we're not going to have anything on the other side of that. Are you with me? So we've got to make our health a priority. Think of one thing you could do today that would make your health a priority. You with me? One thing you could do today that would make your health a priority. One thing you could do today in your business that you know is a priority. How many of you have a messy database right now in your business? What do you think it would look like if we made it a priority today and this week that we are going to get our database in order? When your database gets in order, do you know what happens? Your business starts to get in order. When your business starts to get in order, do you know what happens? You start to create more opportunities and create more income. Are you with me? And when that income starts coming in, you better have what? Order in how you're going to operate that income. You guys tracking with me on this? The reason that we struggle with order is we don't operate in our priorities. We operate in everything else other than our priorities. If you don't believe me, think about your schedule for today. Okay? So what I want you to do first and foremost today is this. I want you to ask yourself this question. Okay? What in my life and business truly matters today? What in my life and business truly matters today? That's the priority. And that's where, Craig, I love what you said, to make sure we stay focused, right? That we've got to understand the priorities and then stay focused on the priorities. Everybody hear me? All the other things are still going to be there. They don't go away. We will get to them, but this is why I started this and said you're never going to get everything done, but you can get the most important things done. So what in your life and your business truly matters today that you need to make a priority? That's question number one. Question number two is this. If you could only accomplish 3 things this week, what would they be? What would the 3 most important things be this week for you to accomplish that's going to make sure that you move forward? How many of you already know some of those answers right now, just as soon as I said it? Okay. Now, let me tell you a lot of times why we don't lean in and do the priority. It's because it's uncomfortable. Yes or no? It's going to be painful, so I don't want to do it, right? Like Debbie, I don't want to go take care of all this stuff that's in my house. I got other stuff to do. I don't want to go do this. But if I will make this a priority, everything else gets easier because I took this off my plate. Are you with me? And the reason we don't want to do it is it hurts. It's painful, but we know that it's a priority. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to get clarity around your priorities. You'll never have order until you have clarity. You tracking with me? Okay. All right. Come on now. We're just on the O. We're going to go to R. You ready? Here's the R. Here's the R. I want you to look for rhythm over balance. Rhythm over balance. Okay. When you hear those words together, what do you think? What do you think the difference between rhythm and balance is? No wrong answer. What do you think the difference between rhythm and balance is? Anybody?
Rhythm is like a cadence. You know, you kind of get into a flow, into a pattern of doing things a certain way. Balance is more like, you know, you have to kind of like manipulate everything to a little bit of this, a little bit more of that, trying to keep everything stable. But, you know, really the rhythm of your flow, when you get into habits, creating habits for yourselves that produce the results that you want to get.
I love that. Craig, you said that so well, man. I could not have said that any better. He said flow. Did you hear that word? Flow. Like there's a flow to it. He said the other way, we're going for balance. What are we doing? We're manipulating everything, trying to create, right? Balance. And instead, we can get in this flow, we can get in this rhythm, and that comes from our habits, the cadence, the consistency of doing it over and over and over again, okay? Balance really does feel like those spinning plates, okay? Rhythm feels like a flow. How many of you, just based on what we're saying, you can go back and you can remember times in your life or your business when you had a flow and a rhythm? Anybody ever had it before? Okay. One thing I want you to do is I want you to go back and remember how you got there. What were you doing? How did you think in that season? How did you operate in that season? Okay. That we want to start getting into a rhythm and a flow. We talk about our health, right? Our health is a rhythm and a flow. Somebody over here, I was so proud of them, said, Linda, she said, I made it to the gym this morning. Linda, high five to you because that's the first step in creating a rhythm, right? So then we get tomorrow morning. What's that?
No, saying thank you.
Really, Linda, like that's, guys, the way you get in rhythm is you take one step forward, right? And then our next step is the next step to rhythm. And then before we know it, now we're going 4 steps, 5 steps. Now we start to get into a rhythm. Okay. So we want to create rhythm over. So here's the other thing I want us to think about. Okay. Some days are going to be heavier in areas than other days. All right. So you may need to have a heavier rhythm in your business today or tomorrow so that you create a heavier rhythm in your life maybe next week or the week after. You guys tracking with me on this? We want to, one rhythm leads to the next rhythm. You guys with me? Okay. Also, getting out of rhythm in one area can cause you to get out of rhythm in every area. I think this is where we have to really understand, okay? How many of you have sacrificed your health for the sake of your business? Yep. How many of you have sacrificed your relationships for the sake of your business? You with me? That's not rhythm. That's you trying to balance. You guys tracking with me? I want us to have a rhythm and an order in each and every single area, in our mind, and our heart, and our spirit, and all of them affect the other ones. Okay. So today, everywhere you wrote down, you feel like you are in chaos. I want you to think of one thing you can do that will put you into rhythm. Just one thing. One thing you can do that will put you into rhythm in those things. All right. Here's the D. Are you ready? You got to design your time blocks. You got to design your time blocks. Okay, everybody hear me. I'm talking get real specific on your time. All right, I've told you this before. My bride has an incredible saying, and she's told me from day one, Dusty, if you don't set your schedule, everyone else will have no problem setting it for you. Right? If you're in the real estate industry today, I'm telling you, it will rob you of everything you've got if you let it. If you don't take over your own time blocks and design them, if you want to live in rhythm, the way you live in rhythm is you plan rhythm and then you honor the plan. Okay? You plan rhythm and then you honor the plan. All right? Here's what here let me give you some best practices around this, okay? First and foremost, I want you to set your immovable time blocks on your calendar first. Does anybody know the definition of immovable? It's immovable. That's the definition. Okay. It means you don't, like, if I set it on my calendar and it is immovable, it's non-negotiable, then I don't move it. I don't find something else to take the place of it. I honor what I said I would do. Any of you have trouble honoring what you said you would do? That it's on your calendar, but then you don't do it. You make the commitment, but you're not fully committed. Damian Burris says this better than anybody. D, there's a difference in committed and interested, right? I think every one of us on this call are interested to live in rhythm and to have a business of rhythm. But my question is, are you committed to live in rhythm and have a business that has rhythm? You with me on this? Okay, if you're going to have that, you've got to design the time blocks. Put the immovable time blocks down before you do anything else. Okay, immovable time blocks are the priorities, the most important things, the things that I will not let an excuse win. Okay, and I will not let something else come in on this time. Are you with me? One of the things I always coach is for you guys to put things in your calendar that are 30-minute time blocks. The reason that I coach you to do 30-minute time blocks is in all the study that I have done of humanity and the human mind and the way we operate, is the average adult has an attention span of about 20 to 30 minutes. That's it. Okay. My coaching calls are 30 minutes long because by the time we get to 30, they're already thinking of everything else that they need to do next. Okay. I love what Dylan said over here. He said, almost everyone knows what it takes to be successful, but they underestimate the volume of action needed to be successful. Time blocking to perform the volume of action required. Holmes said rhythm can be going fast or slow. I love that, Holmes, right? Which is normally the pace of our lives. Therefore, staying in rhythm can be done in both paces. You can have crazy town going in your world and still live in rhythm. You with me? Let me ask you this, when it comes to your designing your time blocks, how many of you have your morning designed? And I'm talking before anybody can even affect your morning. You with me? What time you get up, what you're doing within that time block, okay? Like, are you prepared for the day that is ahead? You've got to make sure that we bring design around this. In fact, in every area, we've got to make sure we have design, but design your time blocks, okay? Some best practices are on Sunday, set your time blocks for the whole week and then revisit them every night the night before, okay? Here's the E. Everybody write it down. Energy. Energy. If you want to live in rhythm, you're going to have energy. If you want to execute your priorities, you're going to have energy, okay? You got to protect your time, everybody hear me, to eat. Okay, do you know how many agents come to me and they're like, man, I'm so busy today, I didn't even eat. I was up till midnight negotiating contracts. Do you know what I think when I hear that? I think, well, that's dumb. Like, stop it. Okay? Sit down and eat. Your body needs energy. Okay? Like, slow down. Go to bed. You need to be negotiating something at midnight. Okay? Like, you should be asleep. Negotiate that in the morning when your mind is working the best, not at night when you're ready to lose your mind. You guys with me on this? Your energy is key. Okay? Let me tell you what my family and I've been through with this whole mold issue we had. I had no clue what a lack of energy would do to me. Okay? Literally derailed everything because I just didn't have the energy. Okay? I also want to tell you that energy is a choice. You got to step into it. Okay? You got to step into energy. And then here's the R. And we do it every single day. It's review and reset. Review and reset. Okay, everybody hear me. Don't let the day get away from you. If you feel like the day is getting away from you, I want you to stop, pause, hit the reset button. You have the gift and the opportunity to do that. You with me? Okay, like don't let it get away from you. Don't let someone else run the day. Hit stop, hit pause, and reset. You don't have to like let the whole day be gone. You can hit a reset button. Every one of you this morning, maybe you already feel like your day is completely out of control. I want you to know you have the authority in your life to hit the reset button. To stop right now and go, okay, wait a second. This day's not going the way I planned. What do I need to do to get into order and to get into rhythm? All right. So ORDER. O, own your priorities. Okay. R, rhythm over balance. Stop looking for balance. I love the way that Craig said it. Get into a flow. Don't manipulate the things. Okay. D is design your time blocks. E is your energy. I want you to protect it and create it. All right. Can I tell you something? People are looking to do business with you based off the energy that you put out. All right. I'm telling you, they're looking to do business with you based off the energy that you put out. You want them to be drawn to you. And then the R is review and reset. Review and reset. Hey, sometimes we have to do that. Do you know how many times sometimes I have to review and reset my mind on a daily basis? Right? Sometimes like 50 times a day, sometimes 2. It just depends on the day. All right. But you have the authority to do it. All right. Give me a couple ahas before we jump off. Couple ahas before we jump off. Tell me something you're taking with you.
To own your day.
Own your day. That's right, Nancy. That's right. Don't let anybody else dictate your day. You dictate it.
Mhm.
Somebody else. 2 more.
If you don't,
Go ahead.
Go, Anthony. You're good, brother. Go.
I was just going to say the rhythm over balance piece. I can't tell you how many times this summer I would say to my wife, like, I just feel out of rhythm. And it was because like there was no schedules, like the kids are off school, they're in the house, like I can't get, like I'm a structured person. So it's interesting to have that rhythm versus balance thought in my brain now.
I love it, man. Come on. Big D, what do you got? Oh, we can see you, bro, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we got you.
Yeah. I love the order. I love the acronym. And it's just I studied something. And for the people that are going to be in Dallas, can I say this one quick thing right quick, Dusty?
Yeah, go.
Yeah. So I've been studying something with integrity, and a lot of us think when we hear the word integrity, it means whether you're a good or a bad person. Sometimes it does, but like Dusty was saying with order, integrity comes from the root word which means whole or complete. Sometimes you can be a good person, but you're not whole or complete. So you have bad business integrity. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean your morals are bad. Doesn't mean you don't have character. It's just you're not whole or complete. So integrity on the back end means being whole or complete. Is your business whole? Is it complete? Or are there pockets where it's slipping out and you're not being your best person? So I'm striving now to make sure I'm business integral and not just morally integral. So this order thing is just lining.
Come on now.
Preach.
Y'all just write that down. Y'all want to keep going? I'm going to turn it over to D. Y'all want to keep going? Somebody else? Anybody else? Somebody had started to speak Who was it?
Hey,
Cindy?
Yes.
Go for it, Cindy.
Good morning, everyone. So with me, it's own your priorities, because literally everything I do, I get sidetracked sometimes, and my priorities, I have a to do, and it's on my calendar. But then as soon as I get a phone call, I drop what I'm doing and I'm rushing out the door like a bat out of hell. And I'm like, this can't carry, it's like a hamster wheel. I'm spinning. So this call this morning, thank you, Anthony. I needed this because that was the first one you hit, own your priorities. And I'm like, bloody hell, that's me, man.
I love it, Cindy. Hey, how many of you do the same thing? You know the priority, but man, the phone rings or the seller calls or you get an email and then we just drop it. Everybody hear me. This is the priority. Own it. And I promise you that other stuff, you're going to get it done. Okay. I love the way Damien said it though. Have integrity around your priorities. Like, why are we going to write them down if we're not going to do it? There's no integrity in that. You with me? Okay, come on. Hey, I trust this was helpful for you today. This call gives me energy every week. Go tell everybody you can about it. We're growing every week. The whole point of this call is to help you guys live the biggest life you can and grow the biggest business you can, okay? I love you. Bless you. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.